In this video, we'll discuss how oceans help in regulating the temperature of Earth, how climate change is affecting our oceans, and what is ocean acidification. To explain these concepts, we'll be doing two simple experiments which you can easily do at your home. Towards the end of the video, we'll talk about the simple changes that we could make in our routine life that could help in tackling global warming.
Hello and welcome back to Science Soup. In this video, we are going to discuss about the effects of climate change on our oceans.
Yes, I asked this question in our previous video where we were discussing about how weather patterns are changing due to climate change.
In case you missed it, you can click on the link in the description below to watch the full episode.
In the previous video of Science Soup,
I am aware that 70% of our Earth's surface is covered by water, and I guess this large amount of water must be having some role in maintaining the temperature of our planet Earth.
It's true that 71% of our planet Earth is covered by oceans. These large water bodies actually act as a temperature sink for our planet.
Temperature sink? What does it mean?
This means that 80 to 90% of the heat that is produced by our planet Earth is absorbed by the oceans, and thereby oceans play a very significant role in maintaining the temperature of Earth.
You said 80 to 90%. How is that possible?
Let's do a very simple experiment to understand this better. So for this experiment, we need two balloons. One is filled with air and the other one is a water balloon. And we have a lighter here. So now, I think we should wear our safety glasses first. And now, could you please light up this balloon?
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh! I expected this.
Yeah. Let's see what happens when you light up the water balloon.
Okay.
Let's do this. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's not bursting. It's not bursting.
Yeah, and it won't. Even if you light it for very long, it won't.
the balloon filled with air represents our atmosphere. As soon as we put the flame near the air-filled balloon, it exploded. That's because the air inside the balloon couldn't absorb the heat that quickly. The heat melted the rubber of the balloon and the balloon exploded. The water balloon represents the oceans. Water in the balloon absorbed so much heat that before the rubber of the balloon got heated up by the flame, the water molecules quickly transferred the heat from the surface of the balloon and prevented the balloon from bursting.
What did you understand by this experiment?
I understood that water can absorb heat very quickly and can keep the surroundings cool.
Yes, that's right. And this is how the giant oceans maintain the temperature of Earth. But unfortunately, the oceans have now reached their threshold and the temperature of the oceans is rising very rapidly.
And that's because of climate change.
Yes, and there's another thing that's happening to our oceans as a result of climate change, and that is ocean acidification.
Ocean acidification. It sounds like oceans are getting acidic. Is it a natural process or are we adding some acid into the oceans?
Well, both are correct up to some extent. Apart from absorbing a large amount of heat, our oceans also absorb carbon dioxide from our environment. And as you know, the amount of carbon dioxide is increasing in our environment. And as a result of that, our oceans are absorbing more and more carbon dioxide, which is making them acidic.
Well, I know that there is more carbon dioxide in the environment than before, but how carbon dioxide is making oceans acidic?
Well, then let's do another simple experiment to understand this.
Oh wow, one more experiment.
Yeah.
For this experiment, we are going to need some red cabbage water, which I prepared by simply boiling a few leaves of red cabbage in a glass of water. We'll be needing this cabbage water in 3 glasses, and we'll also be needing some vinegar and a straw. That's all we need. So we have all our setup ready here, and now Ankit is going to add some vinegar into one of these glasses.
So vinegar is an acid known as acetic acid. So basically I'm gonna add this acid into cabbage water.
Yeah.
And that means I am acidifying this cabbage water.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Let's see what happens.
We'll add some more. Oh, it changed its color.
Yes, interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, so that means when we add acid in cabbage water, it acidified the cabbage water, and under acidic condition it changes color.
Exactly.
Wow.
And now I have another task for you. Could you please blow some air using that straw into one of these glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see now it has changed its color.
Oh yes. It has also changed its color. Yeah, that means this is also acidified.
Yes, and that's what the experiment is.
Oh yes, this is quite interesting.
Yeah.
When we breathe out, we exhale carbon dioxide. As a rule of chemistry, when carbon dioxide interacts with water, it forms an acid called carbonic acid. In the experiment, by blowing into the straw, Ankit exhaled out carbon dioxide from his mouth into the cabbage water. We used red cabbage here because it has a chemical that changes color when mixed with an acid. The blown out carbon dioxide, when interacted with cabbage water, turned into carbonic acid, and the cabbage water changed its color. The experiment shows how carbon dioxide acidifies water. In nature, oceans absorb about half of the carbon dioxide emissions from fossil fuels and other human-led processes. When carbon dioxide dissolves in oceanic water, it forms carbonic acid. For tens of millions of years, oceans have maintained a stable acidity level. However, as more and more carbon dioxide is being taken up by the oceans, the acidity of the oceans is increasing. Since the Industrial Revolution, the acidity of the oceans has increased by 30%. If we continue emitting carbon dioxide at the current rate, the ocean acidity has been predicted to increase by 150% by the year 2100. Ocean acidification is hugely impacting marine life and is an emerging global threat to all the natural ecosystems, as disturbances in the marine ecosystems are soon going to have grave consequences on terrestrial ecosystems.
Now I know what are greenhouse gases and how they are affecting our climate and how climate change is affecting us. If you miss any of the topic, you can go and watch our previous video on climate change. But can we as global citizens do something to stop the climate change, or at least reduce the pace at which it is changing?
I think it's a very important question that needs to be addressed. As I said earlier, climate change is inevitable and one person cannot stop it. But if we work together, we could possibly play a very significant role in fighting climate change. We have to act as global citizens. Saving energy and using it in the most efficient way possible is the key to tackle climate change. A few little steps towards saving energy can help a lot in significantly reducing the greenhouse gas emissions. Use renewable resources of energy like solar and wind energy. Adopt a minimal waste policy. Recycle and reuse the things that you can. Carry your own bags with you when out for shopping. Consider investing in energy-efficient appliances. Do you know LED bulbs can use up to 80% less energy than conventional bulbs? They may seem a bit hard on your pocket at first, but they will definitely save a lot of money and energy in the long run. Switch off any appliances when not in use. Don't forget to turn off the power supply of your mobile phones when fully charged. When you travel short distances, take a bicycle ride or simply walk. Your body and your planet both will thank you for that. Use public transport whenever possible. You may even consider carpooling to work. Do not waste food. Buy locally grown food. Compost your kitchen waste. If you are a non-vegetarian, cut down your meat consumption. Conserve natural resources and don't overexploit them. Mind all your daily household activities that could emit greenhouse gases. Always be aware and raise awareness.
As I am more aware now, I will keep these things in my mind and always follow them when and where required.
That's very good.
It was good to know about the environment in which we live. But I was thinking, how is the environment inside us? I mean, inside our body.
Good question, Ankit. The environment within us is as interesting as our external environment. Do you know there are up to 100 trillion microorganisms that live within and upon us, and they are called the microbiota?
Oh, microbiota. So are you gonna talk about microbiota now?
Yes, but not today, in the next video.
Guys, stay tuned if you want to know about microbiota. Meanwhile, if you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to our channel Science Soup.
Because science really matters.
And if science is not your cup of tea, here is your bowl of Science Soup.
Till then, take care.
Stay curious.
See you again.